Hi, I'm Dr. Bethany Hairston from Vitality Dermatology, and I'm here with the nurse practitioners that I work with. On my left is Kayla White-Wilson, and on my right is Michelle Beasley. And we're going to be talking about our sunscreen tips and our favorite products. Tell us what people have been asking you since you joined us, Michelle.
With so many sunscreens to choose from, I can understand why people have questions. One of the questions I've heard the most so far is, what type of SPF should I use?
So SPF actually stands for Sun Protection Factor, and what that means is it's a number that's given based on testing of the sunscreen.
I recommend SPF 30 or greater for daily use. Then if you're going to be outside with outdoor activities, definitely use a 50 SPF.
That's pretty much what I say as well. And so here in our bag, we actually have two examples. So this is a La Roche-Posay. This is an over-the-counter brand sunscreen, SPF 30. That would be good for everyday use. And this is Vanity Cream, SPF of 50, so it would be more appropriate for outdoor exposure.
Another common question I've come across is, what is the difference between the chemical or physical sunscreens?
That's something that confuses a lot of people. So when you're label shopping, looking at the products, you'll either see that it's a physical sunscreen or a chemical-based sunscreen. The physical blockers typically are zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. The chemical sunscreens are names that you'll read like avobenzone, oxybenzone, and these are products that actually, instead of blocking the sun's rays, they actually absorb the sun's rays. People who have sensitive skin may do better with a physical blocker than a chemical blocker.
Speaking of sensitive skin, it's important to remember that organic doesn't always mean chemical-free.
There are so many different types of vehicles, which is the way the sunscreen is formulated. So this is where we'll have a lot of fun going through our bag here. The spray I do like, but it does not need to be the first step. I always recommend that a person put on a cream or lotion base at least 15 to 20 minutes before they go outside. And that way you'll get a nice even coverage. For instance, like this would be good for body, this Hawaiian Tropic, it's a 30. Then once you've been out in the sun, that's when the sprays can be really helpful, because you're not going to get as good a coverage as a base coverage, but it is nice to touch up with a spray. If you're outside, especially in water, you need to reapply at least every 2 hours. So for scalp, obviously you would not want to use that particular spray that's formulated for body, and you wouldn't want to put a lotion or a cream in your scalp. So it's nice that we do have some other options. This is a scalp specific spray. This is the Sun Bum Scalp and Hair Mist. And there's also powder formulas. This is an Ulta Beauty powder that can be used in the scalp. There are also some stick formulas. This is another Sun Bum, and these are really easy to use on the faces of children. One other specific site sunscreen that is important to remember are the lips, and so this is an Elta MD. This is a UV lip balm, so I always encourage people not to forget the lips.
How many sunscreens do you have in that bag?
There's a lot of sunscreens in this bag, and that just goes to show how confusing it can be because there's so many products out there. But I do guarantee you this, there is a right sunscreen for every person.